The money in your bank account is not really yours. That sounds wrong because you earned it, you worked for it, and you see it every day. But the system behind that number works very differently than most people imagine. Because when you deposit money into a bank, you are not storing it. Legally speaking, you are lending that money to the bank. And in return, the bank gives you a promise, not cash. A promise that you can access your money whenever you need it. But that promise only works as long as most people stay calm, because banks do not keep all deposited money inside their vaults. They use most of it to create loans, investments, and new money. Most people never notice this because withdrawals usually work without any visible problem. The system depends on one simple assumption that almost everyone believes, that not everyone will ask for their money at the same time. As long as people trust the system continues to function. But trust is not guaranteed. It is emotional, fragile, and easily broken. History has shown what happens when trust suddenly disappears. People rush to banks, not because they are greedy, but because they are afraid. This moment has a name, and it has ended many financial systems. It is called a bank run, and during a bank run, promises are tested all at once, because the money simply isn't there, not because it was stolen, but because it was never meant to stay. This is why banks place limits on withdrawals during crises, and why accounts can be frozen without warning. At that point, ownership becomes a very different concept, because what you own is not money, but access, and access can be restricted. This is where governments usually step in, not to protect individuals, but to protect the system. Because the system itself is what keeps modern economies alive. Money today is not metal, paper, or numbers. It is belief, structured into laws and institutions. As long as belief remains, the numbers remain. When belief fades, the numbers disappear just as easily. This is why confidence is treated as a resource. Central banks spend enormous effort maintaining it. Interest rates, speeches, and policies are tools of belief. They do not create money, they protect trust. And trust is the real currency of the system. Without it, modern finance collapses almost instantly. So when you check your bank balance, you are reading a story everyone agrees to believe, because belief is easier than understanding the system, and most people never need to question it until something breaks. And then the question becomes unavoidable. Who actually controls this number? You, the bank, or the system itself? Ownership feels personal, but control is structural, and structures do not respond to feelings. They respond to stability, and stability requires rules, limits, and enforcement. This is the trade modern money makes. Convenience in exchange for independence. Speed in exchange for certainty. Most people accept this without noticing, because the system works most of the time until it doesn't. And when it fails, the truth becomes visible. Money is not ownership, it is permission. Permission granted by a system larger than any individual. That system runs on belief, not cash. As long as belief holds, the numbers remain. When belief breaks, everything changes. This is Fiscal Axis, where money meets reality.